What's up, everybody? Bitcoin J back again. I'm actually recording this about 11:26 at night on May the 13th. Cause man, I know you guys see it just like I see it. What the Hades is happening with Bitcoin? Really, the whole crypto market as a whole. I mean, when we look at it, I mean, it's a lot of green, and I love it. I'm sure you love it too. But I mean, Bitcoin went over 8 grand today. I don't know if you guys noticed that. All right. And it's teasing 8 grand yet again. Let me refresh this bad boy. I mean, it's up 12.3%. Ethereum's up 8.95%. XRP's up 13. I mean, yeah, I can keep going. They're all up. They're all freaking up. I mean, now the question is why? I mean, at this rate, I mean, put it like this. I think in a month, last April, almost a month to the day, Bitcoin's up 56%. 56%. I mean, that's crazy. So when you think about it, is it possible? Possible. I'm not saying it will. But is it possible that Bitcoin could go, I don't know, 15,000 by the end of the month? Or very close to that? It's plausible. But the question is why? Why? Where's all these price hikes coming from? I mean, why is it jumping so high? Now, in my opinion, I think it's a lot of great news that's happening right now. You got BAKKT being really close to releasing. You've got Fidelity talking about coming out with Bitcoin futures. You've got eBay. eBay's talking about accepting cryptocurrencies on their platform. You got Facebook coin. You've got just so much going on right now, which is a blessing because I think we've all been waiting for this, right? We've all been waiting for some kind of adoption because for the longest time, it's all been the retail investment that's been driving the market, right? I mean, look at this. We're at 233 billion. 233 billion. That's crazy. We haven't seen numbers like this since December 2017. So I'm excited just like everybody else. I'm almost too excited, and I always say this. You got to get that crypto. I hate to plug my little, my saying, my slogan, but if you don't get it now, man, when are you going to get it? Someone told me today, I'm going to get some more Bitcoin, once I see a pullback. Well, what if there's not a pullback? What if there's not? Then what? I mean, we can all say, hey, man, back in 2014 or 15 when it was $200-300 a coin, oh, man, if I had known that, I would have bought more then. Well, you got the opportunity now. Because, as you know, all the research, everything's been talked about. I mean, you talk about hedge fund managers like, Tim Draper, the multitudes of these guys. These guys deal with trillions, billions of dollars. They know the millionaires, they know the billionaires, and they're saying that Bitcoin is potentially going to go up anywhere from 250, 500,000 to $1 million a coin. So when it's a $250,000 coin, you're going to look back at the $7,800 Bitcoin and say, man, I wish I'd have got more then. So you can't wait for a pullback because it might not ever happen. So don't be a dum-dum. Get some gum-gum. All right? Get some Bitcoin. Get some Ethereum. I'm telling you, man, these top cap coins here, and personally, you never really know what coin is really going to make that major jump. You can't go wrong with the smaller altcoins. You can't do, you can always get some of those and just sit on them. But you better get some of the top 5 coins, the Bitcoins, Ethereums, XRPs, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and such. Really the top 10 coins, in my opinion, you need to have some of. Excuse me. So you don't want to get caught slipping. So get what you can. That dollar cost averaging, that really works. I mean, you can't worry about what you buy at. You just have to keep buying it because you never know where it's going to go, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is on fire. So fuego. Now, I know we talked about saying, what are some of the possibilities? Well, I don't know. There's some possibilities. Could it be the number one? All right. Front running institutions. Is it possible that the buying frenzy was kicked off by the front running from institutional players. The news that Fidelity will offer Bitcoin trading in a few weeks, which is freaking monstrous. That could be the turning point in everything right there. Just Fidelity. All right. In a few weeks has to be more substantial than the negative impact of Binance hack. Binance hack can happen to anybody. Someone said something today. I don't know if I was listening to, I don't know who I was listening to, but the banks, are hacked on average, if I'm not mistaken, 10 to 20 times a day. And we don't hear about it. But when Binance gets hacked, it's the worst thing in the world. Well, at least he's transparent. At least he was transparent about it. It can happen to anybody. And especially when you're got a target, you're number one, everybody's gunning for you. They want to see how good your security is. They want to be known as the person that hacked Binance, or they want to be, in that conversation, in their underground little, I don't know what these guys do. I don't know who they associate with, but anyway, you got a target on your back when you're number one. All right. So what you don't want is you don't want to be caught slipping the next time. So first time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. And they don't want the shame on me. All right. And they're working on that. All right. So Fidelity Investments manages over 2.4 trillion in assets. All right. Such a move by this institution could open up Bitcoin trading to almost 30 million customers. Giving it a never before institutional trader exposure. Is there something else these powerhouses know about that we don't? I believe there is, because the rich know rich things. They think rich thoughts. And we don't think rich thoughts because we're not rich. We have rich dreams, but we don't do rich things because we don't have the money. These cats know what's happening, all right? And they know where the real money is. They know where the transition is going to start from fiat to crypto, all right? Number two, they say, the front-running major announcements and bad news. What is interesting is that the Bitcoin price didn't go on its massive rally upon the Fidelity news. So does that mean we should expect another major announcement from one of the large institutional players or regulators soon? Will BAKKT finally be getting SEC approval? That's right around the corner too. That's a monster. So that's another piece of great news. All right. That might push Bitcoin. Like I say, it's possible Bitcoin could go to 15 grand by the end of the month. Don't know. Or I think it could be, 9, maybe 10 grand by the end of the month. That's very feasible. Especially with BAKKT. And if BAKKT gets that, put it like this, if they're gonna get into this game, they need to be able to house massive amounts of cryptocurrencies, right? So they want a custodial bank. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Bank of New York that is on the horizon. And that's who I think they're going to use. So if they get that and they're approved by ICE or the SEC, or whoever's making these approvals, then I think that's just right around the corner. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take them to do all the right things, get all the right approvals, and make all the right moves, and then they'll be approved. Boom. And then that's another major step in the right direction for cryptocurrency. So I can't wait to hear that good news. Hopefully that's soon. All right. Coordinated buying whales. Oh, there's no doubt that this is part of it. Again, supporting the fact that this rally was not retail driven. Nope. We couldn't make this major move in the market. It's the big boys and the big girls. All right. It is very plausible, possibly, the possibility of coordinating buying. A small handful of large protagonists can cause the markets to move. Several indicators point to the systematic coordinated whale movements. Just look at the trading volume and the price action for your first clues. This takes us back to the theory that institutions are gearing up to break into Bitcoin market. At the same time, another big buyer could be Binance themselves. They do have about 7,000 Bitcoin whole. That must be filled before deposits and withdrawals resume this Tuesday as expected. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. If you guys knew about the hack on Binance, obviously had 7,070 Bitcoin stolen. I believe that's roughly about $40 million. And if you've gone into your Binance account, if you have one, they froze everything. You can't deposit, you can't withdraw. It's all frozen. and rightfully so, because they've got to figure out what to do and to prevent, any future issues. So they say this Tuesday they'll have it back open for business, so be ready for that. All right. All right, number 4, front running the stocks to flow value of next halving. Halving. Let's not forget another key point. Bitcoin price may be exploding due to the front running the stock of flow value of the next halving, which takes place in May 2020, a year from now. That's why halvings, I don't know why it's so hard to say. Halvings are very important for Bitcoin money supply and SF. All right. Bitcoin has value due to its scarcity, like gold or silver. And Bitcoin's economist, Saifedean Ammous, describes its scarcity in terms of stock flow. Although, if this latest spike in the price for the upcoming halving, it doesn't seem a little early. God, man, my reading's horrible. Oh well, we're not perfect, are we? Plan B, 100 trillion US dollars, Lord. Plan B goes on to say, all right, all of this is not my S2F model, but the time model. The chart seems to suggest that we will see red within a couple of months, which is much earlier than I expect. Okay, all right, cool. I'm not sure what the heck he just said. I really don't know what the heck he's talking about. All right, let's be 100% transparent. I'm not sure what this part means, so we're just going to cut that out. All right. Number 5, epic short squeeze. This weekend saw the highest daily volume ever for BitMEX. As shorts were highly leveraged between 6,000 and 6,500, record volume saw BTC smash through resistance to climb over 7,500, which that was a big question. Could it smash that resistance level? And it did. It went right through it like it was nothing. All right. This is a classic example of a short squeeze that involves cascading short covers that add fuel to an upward move. All right. Here's the deal. Some people say none of the above. All right. So we've been talking about what could be the cause of Bitcoin price exploding over the weekend. So some people say everything we just mentioned could be nothing. Could be nothing. But here's what I do know. I know that it's moving, and I know I'm on board. The question is, are you on board? If you're not, you better grab your socks, pull them up, strap in, get you a little bit of something, and get in the game. This is not financial advice by any means. All right. But what this is me telling you that you need to get in the game before you're left behind. All right. Lambos for everybody soon. All right. See you in the next video. Peace.